Hey, it's Coach Kirk here again. I'm going to show you a drill. It's going to be a continuation of the serve the pizza drill or Frisbee drill or the bucket lid drill. Remember, the big thing with this drill is kind of teaching our body, again, without the pressure of like having to try to hit a moving pitch, to get our hands in the right position. So one thing, again, when you're hitting, we as our swing's going through, we always want to get our hands in this top hand palm up, bottom hand palm down position when we hit the ball. If you keep your hands in kind of this upright position the whole time when you throw, your bat never really gets on plane, is what they call it. So if we're coming here, we're just kind of pushing our hands through, we're going to kind of chopping down at the ball because that's really all our hands can do. Um, but again, we also don't want to let our hands get way over extended past the palms up, palms down even more, because now when you're coming through, your bat's really dipping low, and then you're trying to come through and you're kind of doing this weird rollover situation. Um, Again, where you're going to always end up being kind of under the ball because your hands are really getting up this way. So all we need for this, again, basically anything that's flat. One thing that I just found that was kind of neat it's this little soft disc. So it's like a little Frisbee, but it's completely soft. So again, it's something where you can kind of do it anywhere because this isn't going to break anything. And this is called Waboba Wingman. So there it is. I know it's going to be backwards because the way I have the camera. But yeah, this was like $5 or $6, so it wasn't, too bad. But again, anything that's kind of flat will work. I said I have a bucket here, bucket lid off a bucket will work just as well. But what we're gonna do is, again, I'm left-handed, so my top hand is my left hand. So my top hand's gonna be on the back. My top hand's gonna be on the kind of the front of the Frisbee, and I kind of put my fingertips, or you can kind of hold it a little off center like this, kind of that same position where your hands are going to be on a bat. And the big thing with this gives us good visual feedback. So if your hands are going through and you're just kind of swinging without getting your hands palm up, palm down, you're coming through like this, that Frisbee is going to go straight down into the ground. And it's a good kind of visual indicator for especially a young hitter who's maybe not completely aware of what their body's doing. They see that Frisbee go straight down to the ground. They're like, oh, I didn't get my hands turned over enough. Same thing for one who really they overextend, their elbow, this inside elbow is collapsing way inside. Their hands are going to get way over, and that disc is going to come out this weird angle, and it's really not going to fly very well, or it's going to go way up high in the air. And then they know, again, they're not really getting this nice palm up, palm down, coming straight through the ball situation. So it's just a good visual indicator for them. So now pressure's on. Let's see if I can do it. So I'm throwing it into, there's actually a golf net that I got, but I use it for the kids hitting as well. This is multi-purpose. But again, this is super soft, flimsy, or even if you just take them to a park and have an open field, they can just do it there. Again, even if I didn't have a net, I could just kind of throw it out in the neighbor's yard, and it would work that way too. But in my top hand, for me, I'm left-handed. It's going to be on the back. Other hand's on the front. And I go through my same hitting stance. So, again, good athletic position. We want our knees bent. Our chest is going to be forward a little bit. We're hinging at our hips. I'm going to have my hands up in my normal position. I'm going to look for this. I'm going to try to hit it right in that red dot. Hopefully it flies nice and straight and goes right in the red dot. So I'm going to take my normal kind of coil load and then swing. And hopefully like that, it kind of flies straight, nice and flat right into that red dot. So I can just grab it again. Again, so that's if it's good. If it's bad, if we're not kind of getting everything flat and throwing it straight, getting good extension out front, again, what you'll kind of see, they'll be here. If they're not getting palm up, palm down, you might see something like this, where it's going straight into the ground because, again, they just come through like this and just let it go. You can also, again, good indication if they're really collapsing this elbow. So if they're really collapsing the elbow and like letting that bat head drop way too low, they'll do the same thing. You get in a position, you really, and again, see how like I really flipped it up and it just goes way out. Another thing it can potentially show you is if instead of striding straight and everything's going straight through the ball, if they're kind of coming off of it this way, again, my Frisbee is going to not go straight. It's going to fly way off. So if I kind of open this shoulder up, so this is when they swing, if they're kind of stepping out this way and letting their front shoulder come way out, it'll end up looking like this. So I'm going to try to fling this right shoulder open. So yeah, I miss my target because I'm kind of coming off of the ball, letting my front shoulder fly forward instead of keeping everything in and angling my shoulders. So, and this is a nice, easy one. Again, not a lot of pressure. It can be kind of fun too because it's related to softball, but again, these discs are fun. Has a little sleepy sloth on it. So same thing again. So good position. All right, I wanted to hit right in that dot. Knees bent, hinge at the hips. My chest is forward. In my good position, I coil and try to hit it right into that red dot, just like that. So again, just another one. Pretty easy to do at home. Again, don't think you need to go get a soft disc. If you have a kind of a wide Frisbee or a bucket lid disc, that works just as well. And it'll help them get in that nice palm up, palm down situation with their bat. So they get nice line drives. All right, hope this helps you guys out.